Dear listener, thank you for taking the time to watch this comparison between Tesla and BYD. I recommend an underweighting rating for Tesla compared to an overweighting one for BYD, although this will be at high risk, for example because of mainland shares underperforming the ones in Hong Kong. However, the upcoming electric car quota in China, which is set to be increased over time, will be giving a boost to sales of electric car brands such as BYD. Furthermore, electric car manufacturers are on the edge, considering studies from Stanford economists and others, with stakes of electric cars sold annually forecasted to be higher than the ones in conventional cars as soon as 2025. Tesla designs, manufactures, and sells electric vehicles. The business of BYD is much more diversified. It has three business lines: electronic cars, mobile handsets and components, as well as its original product, batteries. This can also be seen in the lower pie chart here on the right hand side. Back to the car quota, we can see that BYD with over 90% revenue in China is set to benefit from worsened market conditions for conventional brands. Tesla with 16% revenue generated in China will profit to a lesser extent. Looking at warranted versus actual price, we can see BYD's gap is narrowing, combined with an economic PE which is getting closer to sector PEs. This is not the case for Tesla, which is constantly having a big margin between warranted and actual price. This can be seen as a potential downside risk. A short look at BYD's performance is showing mixed results, positive and negative CFRI revisions paired with price movements in line to peers. Tesla is having strong momentum with an outperformance of 89% over peers in the last 6 months. Finally, I would like to compare the CFRI of BYD with the one of Tesla. Tesla as a young company is strongly valued from a growth perspective. This explains a market-implied CFRI much above the forecast of HOLTLens. Looking at BYD's latest performance, we can see increasing CFRI margins, forecasted to stay stable. This is, with the background of the car quota and the study, possibly a too negative picture already at the CFRI level. Similar to the market-implied ones for Tesla, BYD will have strong upside potential. I hope this presentation could prove my assessment of underweighting of Tesla to overweighting of BYD, again at a high risk. Here you can see a short overview of the most common abbreviations in the presentation. Furthermore, thank you again for taking the time to listen to this presentation.